Question number 1. While running, which type of respiration is used? Smart move. Anaerobic is an accurate answer.
Question number 2. In cockroaches, air enters the body through dash.
Clear logic. Your choice spiracles is sound and 100% true.
Question number 3. In which form the energy is stored in our body?
Good job. Your answer app works well here.
Question number 4. One molecule needed for cellular respiration is.
Right choice. Glucose is the best answer.
Question number 5. Respiration in amoeba is by the process of dash.
Good thinking. Diffusion is the right answer.
Question number 6. Insects have a network of air tubes called dash.
Well picked. Trachea is the correct answer.
Question number 7. The leaves of the plants have tiny pores called.
Correct response. Stomata is the most accurate answer.
Question number 8. In anaerobic respiration, dash is not required.
Great job. Oxygen is the accurate answer.
Question number 9. Which organism go through cellular respiration?
You're right. Both animals and plants is the correct answer.
Question number 10. The accumulation of dash causes muscles cramps.
Perfect. Lactic acid is the correct choice.
Question number 11. The breathing rate for a normal human adult is?
Exactly. 15-18 makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 12. Where does cellular respiration occur in cells?
Strong choice. Mitochondria is the right answer.
Question number 13. Dash gas is released when human beings respire.
You chose Kutu and it is correct.
Question number 14. Cellular respiration is carried out in the dash.
Smart pick. Cell is the correct choice.
Question number 15. What are the products of anaerobic respiration?
On track. Lactic acid is the correct answer.
Question number 16. The food has dash, which is released during dash.
Great thinking. Stored energy, respiration, is the right choice.
Question number 17. During which process diaphragm moves downwards?
Solid response. Inhalation is a valid choice.
Question number 18. What is broken down during aerobic respiration?
You got it. Your choice glucose is right.
Question number 19. Minimum loss of energy takes place while we are.
Valid point. Sleeping is true.
Question number 20. The process of breathing out air is called dash.
Right again. Expiration is a valid answer.
Question number 21. What are the reactants of cellular respiration?
Nicely done. Glucose and oxygen is a solid answer.
Question number 22. Inhalation and exhalation of air is called a dash.
Well reasoned. Breathing is the correct choice.
Question number 23. Nostril trick X bronchioles alveolus. So X's.
Nice selection. Bronchus is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 24. Respiration occurs with the following in fishes.
Bravo. Gills is the answer.
Question number 25. During the process of exhalation, the ribs move.
Excellent. Down and inwards is a brilliant choice.
Question number 26. Giving out of air rich in CO is known as dash.
Sharp thinking. R is the right choice.
Question number 27. Breathing rate in case of adult human being is?
Excellent choice. 1318 is the right answer.
Question number 28. Identify all of the products of photosynthesis.
Nice work. You chose glucose and oxygen, and it is correct.
Question number 29. What does oxyhemoglobin release in the cells?
Correct. Oxygen is the right answer.
Question number 30. Which of these juices is secreted by pancreas?
Well done. Both I and I is the right choice.
Question number 31. Who discovered the magnetic effect of current?
Great job. H.V. Worsted is the accurate answer.
Question number 32. Which of the following is the energy currency?
Nice work. You chose app, and it is correct.
Question number 33. Autotrophs capture the sun's energy using dash.
You chose chlorophyll, and it is correct.
Question number 34. Which organisms are capable of photosynthesis?
Well reasoned. Plants is the correct choice.
Question number 35. What is the main waste product of respiration?
Well picked. Carbon dioxide is the correct answer.
Question number 36. Fish and crabs have dash as respiratory organs.
Smart move. Gills is an accurate answer.
Question number 37. The food that provides us with quick energy is? Sharp thinking. Glucose is the right choice. Question number 38. Insects have a special network of tubes called?
You're right. 2. Tracheae is the correct answer.
Question number 39. The exchange of gases takes place in trachea.
Perfect. False is the correct choice.
Question number 40. From where do autotrophs obtain their energy?
You got it? Your choice, the sun, is right.
Question number 41. Lactose is converted into lactic acid by dash.
Right choice. Lactobacillus is the best answer.
Question number 42. What happens to your pulse when you exercise?
Strong choice. It increases is the right answer.
Question number 43. Primary organ of human respiratory system is?
Right again. Lung is a valid answer.
Question number 44. The most common substrate for respiration is?
Nicely done. Glucose is a solid answer. Question number 45. Reserve food material in fungi is called dash.
Excellent. Glycogen is a brilliant choice. Question number 46. Which gas is needed for cellular respiration?
Good job. Your answer oxygen works well here.
Question number 47. Which type of cell uses cellular respiration? Nice selection. Both animals and plants is the correct and valid answer. Question number 48. What gas is produced by cellular respiration?
Good thinking. Carbon dioxide is the right answer.
Question number 49. A newborn baby breathes dash times a minute.
Solid response. 40 times is a valid choice.
Question number 50. Inhaling and exhaling of air is called as dash.
Exactly. Breathing makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 51. Anaerobic respiration does not require oxygen.
Great thinking. True is the right choice.
Question number 52. The part of respiratory system which branches.
Smart pick. Lungs is the correct choice.
Question number 53. Skeletal structures surrounding chest cavity.
Valid point. Ribs is true.
Question number 54. Gas exhaled during respiration is called dash.
Correct response. Oxygen is the most accurate answer.
Question number 55. Our body needs dash to perform its functions.
On track.
Energy is the correct answer.
Question number 56. The rotting dead matter in the soil is called.
Clear logic? Your choice humus is sound and 100% true.
Question number 57. When do plants do most of their respiration?
Excellent choice. Nighttime is the right answer. Question number 58. Where does the exchange of gases take place?
Correct. Alveoli in the lungs is the right answer.
Question number 59. All living things do which of the following?
Well done. Respiration is the right choice.
Question number 60. Cellular respiration takes place in the dash. Bravo. Mitochondria is the answer. Question number 61. Exchange of gases in the lungs take place in.
Well reasoned. Alveoli is the correct choice.
Question number 62. In which organism does respiration occur?
Good thinking. All of these is the right answer.
Question number 63. Cockroaches have a network air tubes called.
Great job. Trachea is the accurate answer.
Question number 64. During which process is the energy released? Exactly. Respiration makes sense and it is right choice A.
Question number 65. What ultimately occurs during respiration is?
Correct. Synthesis of AP is the right answer. Question number 66. What is the primary pigment found in plants? Valid point. Chlorophyll is true. Question number 67. Cockroaches breathe by using an organ called.
Bravo. Trachea is the answer.
Question number 68. A combination of two or more cells is called. Well done. A battery is the right choice. Question number 69. Which type of respiration is most efficient? Right again? Aerobic is a valid answer. Question number 70. What is the final product of photosynthesis? Well picked. Glucose is the correct answer. Question number 71. Dash are the organs of respiration in human.
Solid response. Lungs is a valid choice.
Question number 72. The raw material for cellular respiration is?
Nice selection. Glucose is the correct and valid answer. Question number 73. Dash is the building unit of the human body. You got it? Your choice cell is right. Question number 74. True, false, a human inhale through our nostrils?
You chose true, and it is correct.
Question number 75. During inspiration or inhalation in lungs? Strong choice. Volume increases, pressure decreases is the right answer. Question number 76. In humans, breathing rate is fastest during.
You're right. Running is the correct answer.
Question number 77. What are the spongy organs in human body?
or
Smart pick. Lungs is the correct choice.
question number 78. Which molecule is a product of respiration?
On track. Carbon dioxide is the correct answer.
Question number 79. A cell is the smallest dash of an organism.
Excellent. Structural and functional unit is a brilliant choice.
Question number 80. Earthworm shows which type of respiration?
Correct response. Cutaneous respiration is the most accurate answer. Question number 81. Which structures hold the trachea together? Nice work. You chose cartilage rings and it is correct.
Question number 82. Anaerobic organisms undergo the process of.
Sharp thinking. Fermentation is the right choice.
Question number 83. These organs help our body to breathe except.
Good job. Your answer mouth works well here.
Question number 84. What are the respiratory organs in mammals?
Nicely done. Lungs is a solid answer.
Question number 85. The function of the nervous system is dash.
Excellent choice. Sensation is the right answer.
Question number 86. While exercising, our body needs to produce.
Right choice. More energy is the best answer. Question number 87. Which animal breathes through skin and lungs? Great thinking. Frog is the right choice. Question number 88. When we inhale air, it passes through our. Smart move. Nostrils is an accurate answer. Question number 89. The cell of which species has a cell wall? Clear logic. Your choice plant is sound and 100% true.
Question number 90. Which are the gases involved in breathing?
Perfect. O2 and CO2 is the correct choice.
Question number 91. The organ that beats very fast is the dash.
Sharp thinking. Heart is the right choice. Question number 92. The organ of locomotion in euglena is dash. Great thinking. Flagella is the right choice.
Question number 93. Cells do cell respiration in order to make.
Excellent choice. Energy is the right answer. Question number 94. Dash are needed for growth and development. Nice work. You chose nutrient and it is correct. Question number 95. Apt molecules during anaerobic respiration. Smart move. 2-API is an accurate answer.
Question number 96. From. The nasal cavity the air reaches are.
Well done. Lungs is the right choice.
Question number 97. Where does photosynthesis occur in plants?
Valid point. Chloroplasts is true.
Question number 98. Tiny pores on the surface of leaf called.
Bravo. Stomata is the answer.
Question number 99. Gaseous exchange takes place by plants by.
You chose diffusion, and it is correct. Question number 100. Dash is the basic unit of classification. Correct. Species is the right answer.
Question number 101. The partial breakdown of glucose produces.
Well picked. Lactic acid is the correct answer. Question number 102. Which of these does not require catalysts? Well reasoned. Breathing is the correct choice. Question number 103. The energy that is found in food was once. Nicely done. Energy from the sun is a solid answer.
Question number 104. What type of respiration requires oxygen?
Nice selection. Aerobic is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 105. Which of the following are plant wastes?
Right choice. All of the above is the best answer.
Question number 106. The reactants of cellular respiration are?
Exactly. Sugar and oxygen makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 107. Organism breath with the help of machine?
Solid response. False is a valid choice.
Question number 108. Which gas is given out during exhalation?
Perfect. Carbon dioxide is the correct choice.
Question number 109. Leaf is the site of dash and dash process.
You're right. Both 1 and 2 is the correct answer.
Question number 110. Average breathing rate in a newborn baby.
Correct response. 60 times is the most accurate answer.
Question number 111. Air tubes in insects are also called dash.
Great job. Trachea is the accurate answer.
Question number 112. The organ through which fishes breathe is?
Excellent. Gills is a brilliant choice.
Question number 113. Lime water turns milky when it reacts with?
Right again. Carbon dioxide is a valid answer.
Question number 114. Your lung is part of the dash system dash.
Good thinking. Respiratory is the right answer.
Question number 115. Breathing rate of a normal human being is?
Strong choice. 15-18 breath min is the right answer.
Question number 116. The lichen is a relationship between dash.
Smart pick. Alga and fungi is the correct choice.
Question number 117. Normally we take in air through our dash.
Clear logic. Your choice nostrils is sound and 100% true.
Question number 118. Filament of a bulb is usually made up of?
Good job. Your answer, tungsten, works well here.
Question number 119. The tracheal tubes have openings called?
You got it. Your choice, spiracles, is right.
Question number 120. How many types of respiration are there?
On track. 2 is the correct answer.
Question number 121. Which of the following things need food?
Smart move. Bird is an accurate answer.
Question number 122. Which animal do respiration through skin?
Bravo. Frog or earthworms is the answer.
Question number 123. Respiration results in the breakdown of?
Perfect. Glucose is the correct choice.
Question number 124. Pick an example of anaerobic respiration.
Well picked. Yeast is the correct answer.
Question number 125. Red blood cells contain a pigment called?
Smart pick. Hemoglobin is the correct choice.
Question number 126. The major excretory product in humans is?
You got it. Your choice, urea, is right.
Question number 127. The respiratory organs in cockroach are?
Great job. Spiracles is the accurate answer.
Question number 128. What is the respiratory organ in leech?
Good job. Your answer, skin, works well here.
Question number 129. Which of the following is an amphibian?
You chose crocodile, and it is correct.
Question number 130. Mussels can also respire anaerobically? Nice selection. True is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 131. During heavy exercise, we breathe slowly.
Solid response. False is a valid choice.
Question number 132. The fishes have lungs for respiration.
Clear logic. Your choice false is sound and 100% true.
Question number 133. Bacteria and fungus are examples of dash.
Great thinking. Decomposers is the right choice.
Question number 134. During halation, the diaphragm moves.
Valid point. Moves downwards is true.
Question number 135. Which terms best describe heterotrophs?
Correct. Animals. Consumers is the right answer.
Question number 136. What are the three components of soil? Good thinking. Clay, sand, humus is the right answer.
Question number 137. Air reaches our lungs through the dash.
On track. Windpipe is the correct answer.
Question number 138. Prokaryotic organisms do not have dash.
Nicely done. Nuclear membrane is a solid answer.
Question number 139. The respiratory carrier in our body is?
Well reasoned. Hemoglobin is the correct choice.
Question number 140. What are tiny holes called in insects?
Right choice. Spiracles is the best answer.
Question number 141. When we breath, which things moves down?
Sharp thinking. Diaphragm is the right choice.
Question number 142. Anaerobic respiration is also known as?
You're right.
Fermentation is the correct answer. Question number 143. In plants, water is transported through.
Nice work. You chose xylem, and it is correct.
Question number 144. Plants use this gas during respiration.
Exactly. Oxygen makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 145. What is the function of gills in fish?
Excellent. Taking in dissolved oxygen is a brilliant choice.
Question number 146. Is respiration the same as breathing? Well done. No is the right choice. Question number 147. The young one of a cow is called dash.
Excellent choice. Calf is the right answer.
Question number 148. Choose the correct atomicity of iron. Right again. Monoatomic is a valid answer. Question number 149. A pipe in which the food goes through.
Strong choice. None of the above is the right answer.
Question number 150. Respiration is a process opposite to?
Correct response. Photosynthesis is the most accurate answer.
Question number 151. Which one is not a non-metal element? Good job. Your answer aluminium works well here. Question number 152. While heavy exercise, there is lack of?
You chose oxygen, and it is correct.
Question number 153. What is living as well as non-living? Right again. Virus is a valid answer. Question number 154. In fishes, it takes place through dash.
Exactly. Gills make sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 155. Can cell respiration occur in plants?
Well reasoned. Sometimes is the correct choice.
Question number 156. Respiration is a biophysical process. On track. False is the correct answer. Question number 157. What body system exchanges two for coo?
Strong choice. Respiration is the right answer.
Question number 158. Earthworms breathe through their dash.
Good thinking. Skin is the right answer.
Question number 159. The openings through which we inhale.
Solid response. Nostrils is a valid choice.
Question number 160. Dash forms the floor of chest cavity.
Well done. Diaphragm is the right choice.
Question number 161. What causes muscle cramps in humans?
Great job. Lactic acid is the accurate answer.
Question number 162. Do plants have a respiratory system?
Excellent choice. No is the right answer.
Question number 163. Vacuoles are present in animal cell.
Sharp thinking. False is the right choice.
Question number 164. Which organ excretes carbon dioxide?
Excellent. Lungs is a brilliant choice.
Question number 165. Which is an example of an autotroph?
You're right. Sunflower is the correct answer.
Question number 166. What do yeast yield while respiring?
Perfect. Alcohol is the correct choice.
Question number 167. Dash a gas is exhaled during breathing.
Nicely done. Carbon dioxide is a solid answer.
Question number 168. Dash prevents collapsing of trachea.
Valid point. Cartilaginous rings is true.
Question number 169. A person breathes dash while running.
Correct. Fast is the right answer.
Question number 170. Which respiratory organ do fish use?
Right choice. Gills is the best answer.
Question number 171. Short form of carbon dioxide is dash.
Smart pick. TO2 is the correct choice.
Question number 172. App can be used in the cells for the
Clear logic. Your choice, all of the above is sound and 100% true.
Question number 173. Respiration is a chemical reaction.
Nice work. You chose true and it is correct.
Question number 174. The reactants of photosynthesis are.
You got it. Your choice, water and carbon dioxide, is right.
Question number 175. When we breathe in, our chest moves.
Nice selection. Upward and outward is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 176. Plants need dash for photosynthesis.
Great thinking. Carbon dioxide is the right choice.
Question number 177. Aquatic plants respire by absorbing.
Well picked. Dissolved oxygen in water is the correct answer.
Question number 178. Dolphins breathe through their dash.
Smart move. Blowholes is an accurate answer.
Question number 179. Which cell process releases oxygen?
Correct response. Photosynthesis is the most accurate answer.
Question number 180. Which organisms do photosynthesis?
Bravo. Plants is the answer.
Question number 181. When breathing in, diaphragm moves.
Perfect. Down is the correct choice.
Question number 182. Cell processes occur at all times.
Solid response. True is a valid choice.
Question number 183. Where are rings of cartilage found?
Correct. Throat is the right answer.
Question number 184. Oxygen is released into the air by.
Exactly. Plants make sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 195. Energy in food is measured in dash.
Great thinking. Calories per gram is the right choice.
Question number 186. Plants exchange gases through dash.
Nice work. You chose stomata, and it is correct.
Question number 187. Which organ is damaged by smoking?
Good thinking. Lungs is the right answer.
Question number 188. What tissue regulates gas exchange?
You're right. Stomata is the correct answer. Question number 189. Cellular respiration's goal is 2. Well done. Make app is the right choice. Question number 190. It is also called as the voice box. Excellent choice. Larynx is the right answer. Question number 191. During inhalation, the rib cage is. Right again. Upward and outward is a valid answer.
Question number 192. Glucose is sugar and oxygen are dash.
Excellent. Reactants of cell respiration is a brilliant choice.
Question number 193. Tiny air sacs of lungs are called.
Clear logic. Your choice, alveoli, is sound and 100% true.
Question number 194. The two upper chambers are called.
Smart pick. Atrium is the correct choice.
Question number 195. What is main organ of respiration?
Good job. Your answer lung works well here.
Question number 196. Glucose is a form of dash energy.
Well reasoned. Chemical is the correct choice.
Question number 197. During inhalation, our lungs dash.
Valid point. Expand is true.
Question number 198. A shark breathes through the dash.
Great job. Gills is the accurate answer.
Question number 199. How do frogs breathe in the water?
Nice selection. Moist skin is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 200. A large muscular sheet is called.
Smart move. Diaphragm is an accurate answer.
Question number 201. There is no respiration in frog.
You chose false, and it is correct.
Question number 22. During exhalation, the ribs move.
Well picked. Downwards is the correct answer.
Question number 203. Dash cannot make their own food. Sharp thinking. Heterotrophs is the right choice.
Question number 204. A potted plant grow towards dash.
Nicely done. Light is a solid answer.
Question number 205. In cockroach, air enters through.
Right choice. Spiracles is the best answer.
Question number 206. Which way does the arrow point?
You got it. Your choice energy to organism is right.
Question number 207. Which gas turns lime water milky?
Strong choice. Carbon dioxide is the right answer.
Question number 208. Energy is used by organisms too.
Correct response. All of the above is the most accurate answer.
Question number 209. We get relief from cramps after?
Bravo. All of these is the answer.
Question number 210. Circulatory system consists of.
On track. All the above is the correct answer.
Question number 211. What is the ability to do work?
Sharp thinking. Energy is the right choice.
Question number 212. Fish breathe through their dash.
Nice work. You chose gills and it is correct.
Question number 213. On inhaling, the diaphragm moves.
Correct. Down is the right answer.
Question number 214. We take in air with the help of.
Excellent choice. Nostrils is the right answer.
Question number 215. Rate of transpiration is low in.
Nicely done. Desert plant is a solid answer.
Question number 216. What are single-cell organisms?
Right again. Yeast is a valid answer.
Question number 217. Cellular respiration occurs in.
You got it. Your choice mitochondria is right.
Question number 218. What is cutaneous respiration?
Correct response. Breathing through skin is the most accurate answer.
Question number 219. In unicellular animals such as.
Strong choice. Both A and B is the right answer.
Question number 220. Where are human lungs present?
Excellent. Chest cavity is a brilliant choice.
Question number 221. Dash is also known as windpipe.
Good job. Your answer trachea works well here.
Question number 222. Muscular floor of chest cavity.
Valid point. Diaphragm is true.
Question number 223. Muscle cells are produced in.
Clear logic. Your choice lactic acid is sound and 100% true.
Question number 224. What is found around alveoli?
Smart move. Capillaries is an accurate answer.
Question number 225. What is the full form of WBC?
Solid response. White blood cells is a valid choice.
Question number 226. Lungs are present in the dash.
You chose chest cavity, and it is correct.
Question number 227. Tobacco chewing can result in.
Nice selection. Mouth cancer is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 228. What is the energy organelle?
Right choice. Mitochondria is the best answer.
Question number 29. Name one heterotroph organism.
On track. Dog is the correct answer.
Question number 230. Grasshopper breathes through.
Bravo. Air holes is the answer.
Question number 231. When we inhale air, the ribs.
Smart pick. Moves outwards is the correct choice.
Question number 232. Carbon dioxide and water are.
Great thinking. Products of cell respiration is the right choice.
Question number 233. Glucose molecules store dash.
Well picked. Chemical energy is the correct answer.
Question number 234. Organisms get energy through.
Exactly. Food makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 235. It reproduces by laying eggs.
Good thinking. Crocodile is the right answer.
Question number 236. No energy is released during.
Well reasoned. All of these is the correct choice.
Question number 237. What is the energy molecule?
You're right. App is the correct answer.
Question number 238. The skin of an earthworm is.
Great job. Moist and slimy is the accurate answer.
Question number 239. Breathing is a dash process.
Well done. Physical is the right choice.
Question number 240. Plants respire through dash.
Perfect. Stomata is the correct choice.
Question number 241. Where is lactic acid formed?
Right choice. Yeast is the best answer.
Question number 242. Dash is composed of a fluid.
You're right. Blood is the correct answer.
Question number 243. Lungs are protected by dash.
Nice selection. Both of these is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 244. Find an example of anaerobes.
Well picked. Yeast is the correct answer.
Question number 245. Cockroaches breathe through.
Perfect. Spiracles is the correct choice.
Question number 246. Plant can die if over water.
Clear logic. Your choice true is sound and 100% true.
Question number 247. What is the symbol of gold?
Exactly. All makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 248. Respiration takes place in.
Well done. The cells is the right choice.
Question number 249. Which is a form of energy?
Well reasoned. Heat is the correct choice.
Question number 250. Yeast and bacteria perform.
Right again. Anaerobic respiration is a valid answer.
Question number 251. Plants do respiration dash.
Nice work. You chose 24 hours a day, and it is correct.
Question number 252. Respiration is not seen in.
Strong choice. Dry leaves is the right answer.
Question number 253. Where are platelets found?
Excellent. Blood is a brilliant choice.
Question number 254. Write the full form of AP.
Great job. Adenosine triphosphate is the accurate answer.
Question number 255. What does metabolism mean?
Good thinking. Converting food into energy is the right answer.
Question number 256. Windpipe is also called as.
Bravo. Trachea is the answer.
Question number 257. Earthworms breathe through.
Solid response. Skin is a valid choice.
Question number 258. What is a frog's skin like?
On track. Both moist and slippery is the correct answer.
Question number 259. Anaerobic respiration dash.
Sharp thinking. Doesn't require oxygen is the right choice.
Question number 260. Other names for windpipe.
You got it. Your choice trachea is right.
Question number 261. Cells need energy to work.
Correct. True is the right answer.
Question number 262. Trachea is also called as.
Smart pick. Windpipe is the correct choice.
Question number 263. Arteries carry the blood.
Good job. Your answer away from the heart works well here.
Question number 264. Does oxygen diffuse dash?
You chose into the bloodstream, and it is correct.
Question number 265. Larynx is also called as.
Nicely done. Epiglottis is a solid answer.
Question number 266. An example of aerobes is.
Smart move. All of these is an accurate answer.
Question number 267. Yeast used to make.
Valid point. Both and is true.
Question number 268. What are muscle cramp?
Great thinking. Pain in muscle is the right choice.
Question number 269. Color of hemoglobin is?
Correct response. Red is the most accurate answer. Question number 270. How do plants breathe?
Excellent choice. Through the stomata is the right answer.
Question number 271. Plants can respire in?
Smart pick. Both light and dark is the correct choice.
Question number 272. Insect breathe through?
Clear logic. Your choice spiracles is sound and 100% true.
Question number 273. Dash means without air?
Correct. Anaerobic respiration is the right answer.
Question number 274. We breathe fast during?
You got it. Your choice-heavy exercise is right.
Question number 275. Biotic means living?
Great job. True is the accurate answer.
Question number 276. Roots absorb air from?
Excellent. Soil is a brilliant choice.
Question number 277. Find the odd one out?
Exactly. Pharynx makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 278. Are you all enjoying?
Strong choice. Yes is the right answer.
Question number 279. An anaerobic organism?
Solid response. Yes is a valid choice. Question number 280. Fish breath through?
On track. Gills is the correct answer. Question number 281. Pick the odd one out. Perfect. Fish is the correct choice. Question number 282. Types of respiration. Nicely done. 2 is a solid answer.
Question number 283. Respiration is dash?
Nice work. You chose producing energy from glucose, and it is correct.
Question number 284. A living thing dash? Great thinking. Can grow is the right choice.
Question number 285. Symbol of gold is?
Good thinking. O is the right answer.
Question number 286. Hydrilla is a dash?
Well done. Hydrophyte is the right choice.
Question number 287. Yeasts are used in?
Bravo. A and B both is the answer.
Question number 288. How yeast respire?
You're right. Anaerobic is the correct answer.
Question number 289. Earthworm's skin is? Well reasoned. Moist and slimy is the correct choice.
Question number 290. What is pyruvate?
Excellent choice. 3-carbon molecule is the right answer.
Question number 291. The right lung is?
Correct response. 3-lobed is the most accurate answer. Question number 292. Breathing is dash? Sharp thinking. Inhaling and exhaling air is the right choice.
Question number 293. Yeast is used in?
Right choice. Wine and beer industry is the best answer.
Question number 294. Full form of seafowl?
You chose compact fluorescent lamp, and it is correct. Question number 295. Lipase acts on?
Valid point. Fats is true. Question number 296. Yeasts respire.
Good job. Your answer anaerobically works well here. Question number 297. Aerobic means. Right again. With oxygen is a valid answer. Question number 298. Plant release. Nice selection. O2 is the correct and valid answer. Question number 299. Fish are dash. Smart move. Vertebrates is an accurate answer. Question number 300. Yeast is a. Well picked. Anaerobic is the correct answer.
Question number 301. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Excellent. Contact Narayan Chengdar on Facebook is a brilliant choice.